Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's going on, beautiful people? What is going on? Yes, it is your girl, Dr. Worlds, as you already know. And I am going to be here short, sweet, and straight to the beat. No, I am not on camera, but I got that good old tea for you. And no, it ain't the kind you sip. It's the kind that transforms you. And without further ado, I'm just going to say welcome to everybody. Welcome back to those that always come spin the block. If you don't mind sharing, that will be absolutely it'll be greatly appreciated. I was going to say absolutely phenomenal, even though it would be phenomenal, but it would absolutely be greatly appreciated if you would just kindly share this. Help me reach the people I'm intended to reach and help me beat this algorithm, because yes, we are man versus machine. It's time to get right or get left. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. And if you feel led to share, like I said, do whatever you got to do on this here social media, whether that is you have to tag somebody, invite somebody, you have to, copy the link, send it to somebody, DM, whatever you got to do, however you got to do. Please go ahead and do that really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and pull up what I need to pull up. As you can see on the screen, it say get right or get left. Now is the time for us to get right before we get left. And I'm going to stop the share on that real quick. I did tell you guys that I would come back and show you guys some receipts and just break everything down so that we understand exactly what it is that we're dealing with. However, that's going to take a little bit more time than I have on this live presentation. But I am going to show you, because I can say, I told y'all so. Hold on, let me get this receipt for you. I can say, I told y'all so. Let me see if I sent these other ones to myself. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I did. Cool. Let's cover this real quick. I'm gonna say 5 to 10 minutes, quick, and then I'm gonna start right here. Let me go ahead and share my screen real quick, so we can just go through this really, really fast, because I have been saying this for a cool minute. I just said this literally the other day, what I'm about to show you, okay? And lo and behold, this man goes out and tweets, okay? All jobs will be optional. There will be universal high income. You got to ask yourself, well, what is universal high income? Elon Musk tweeted this today. What is universal high income? You got to go look that up and do your research, because I ain't got time. But here's a key word for you to go look up. What is this? This is a basic global income that everybody has the same amount. You're pretty much, everything is tokenized. I'm going to show you that next, okay? Just keep it moving. So Elon Musk tweeted that out. Work will not be required. Work will not be required. Work will be optional, okay? BlackRock CEO Larry Fink declares tokenization of all human assets has begun. I don't think y'all know how really deep this is, because I know y'all not in rooms where they discuss this. I know that for a fact. Where now, when you buy a house, it can be tokenized, meaning I can buy 5% of it. Such and such could buy 3% of it. You will never own a house outright if you don't get up and go own you one or build you one right now while you still have the time. Because once everything is tokenized, everybody, that's what the whole blockchain is being set up for. You guys don't even have a clue what is coming for you. You don't even have a clue. Blockchain is the highway. And all these banks and everything is going to be connected to this blockchain. Meaning if you go buy a car, you will never be able to buy a car and say that you own it. Why? Because everybody will have shares in it. 5% here, 10% here, 20% here. That's when it comes to housing. That's when it comes to your vehicle. That's when it comes to any assets. You will never be able to say that I am a homeowner or be able to say I am a landlord. I own land. You will never be able to say that because everybody has dibs. And now you have the BlackRock CEO who works hand in hand with Donald Trump, declares that tokenization of all assets. That era has begun. Okay, so we just gonna keep it moving because I said 10 minutes. Y'all can go look this up, what this means. Ain't gonna need to be no money. There it is right there in your face, tokenized. You have to buy tokens for your electricity. If you run out, then guess what? You have to buy more. And if you don't have money to buy more, and I'm not talking about dollar bill, I'm talking about stable coin, I'm talking about currency, some type of assets. If you don't have that, then guess what? You got to wait till your universal high income recycle. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me keep going. Let me go over here. Let me go over here. I mentioned this earlier today. Okay. This ain't just global. This is 10 ways that they are wanting the American people to cut their oil usage. 10 ways for you to stop using so much oil. So I told y'all the lockdowns are coming. Trust and believe me. They letting us know. They setting the stage right here, right now. 10 ways that Americans, not global, even though they doing this in another part of the country, they are now telling Americans, hey, you need to cut your oil usage. And I'm going to show you what are some of the ways. Okay. Here is the introduction and context, infographics, road transport fuels, air transport fuels, cooking fuels, oil use in industry fuels, targeted consumer support to enhance energy affordability. Okay, fuels. We need to cut those areas. So let's go see exactly what this means. They want you working from home. Okay. They say at the national level, you only need 3 additional remote work days for those whose jobs allow it. That can cut oil consumption from cars by 2%. Now they want you to reduce your life. They want you working from home. You have to reduce your speed limits on the highway, on the roadway. They want you driving on public transportation. They don't want you driving at all. Shift travel away from private cars and public transportation. Don't buses and trains take more gas than a car? They say try options like cycling and walking. Not that ain't going to help people. It is. Increase your car sharing and adopt efficient driving practices. Such as go after cars that are electric. Oh, y'all ain't paying attention. Efficient driving for road commercial vehicles and delivery of goods. We don't want gas-powered vehicles. We want eco-driving vehicles. We want electric charging vehicles for commercial vehicles. Man, I'm telling you, they got the proper setup put in place. They are playing the people like a freaking fiddle. playing the people. Okay. Avoid air travel. Don't fly. Where possible, cook to modern cooking solutions. Okay. As the supply becomes increasingly constrained, greater adoption of electric and other alternative modern cooking solutions could manage potential. Why do we have to do this? Okay. Petrochemical feedstock, and implement short-term efficiency and maintenance measures, prioritizing the processing of oil feedstock. Oh, hell. Now they tampering with how to actually manufacture and process oil. All of these things need to be cut down or reduced, okay, in order to save them oil. We're not the only ways, okay? It says the world is in an energy crisis worse than 1970 oil shocks combined. The International Energy Agency head says energy crunch prompted by Iran war poses major threat to global economy. So they telling people how to cut down on oil because this is going to affect us real good, real bad. Okay. The world energy shock is coming. The U.S. and Israel's illegal attack on Iran will provoke a global economic catastrophe. It's already doing that. And I'm just going to share this last one right here because I said, I told y'all so. I told y'all so. I sure did. Hate to be so sarcastic and condescending, but I said it. Okay. This is real video footage. Real. Okay. Gasoline is almost $9 in California. Did I not just say a couple days ago? Gas go to $10. You need to have you some extra income. How you going to afford to drive your car, pay your gas, pay inflated food prices, all of that with the same type of income you've been getting? If you've been comfortable and your income been cool, then get ready to just, have that touched. Have your comfortability touched. And if you have been feeling the pain at the pump and everywhere else, then I don't know what to tell you. So that's one place in LA. Hold on, let me go back. We got Mo, okay? This is the news company in Los Angeles, okay? KHU 11. LA gas hits $8.31 a gallon as the Middle East tension. $8.31. Highest people, you get 1 gallon of gas for that much money? You can't make this up. So if your money is already on a struggle plan, then you absolutely got to do something to make yourself more money. And now is the time for you to do it. Real talk. Let me share my screen. Put it back where I want it to be. Right here. Where we either going to get right, get it all the way together, or we going to get left behind. The wealth shift is happening right now. Wake up. It is happening right now. Okay. You just got to be positioned. So I ask you, the wealth shift is happening now. Are you positioned? The economy is changing. Money is not disappearing. It is being restructured. It is being shifted away from people to private. I know y'all can see that. Ain't nobody in corporate America suffering. But the people of America are suffering. Ain't no congresswoman, congressman. They all have grown expeditiously in their finances. $120,000, $140,000 salary has, became their net worth of multi-millions of dollars. And the economy is changing. There's two sides of the aisle right here. Those that's just stressed the heck out. Stuff just constantly piling up. And those who are over here playing the game and putting their money to work for them in a crazy time like this. There's people getting ready to pay a lot of money for oil. And then there's people getting ready to make a lot of money from oil. Two type of people, same situation. The economy is changing faster than most people can keep up with. Two paths are forming. One leads to absolute struggle and one leads to absolute freedom. Which side will you be standing on? Which side will you be standing on is the question. Okay? Let's wait for this to go ahead and there we go right there because I want it in presentation mode. I'm going to show you how is the economy shifting so fast, because this is your wake-up call right here, right now. What you see happening, what you see going on right before your eyes, believe all what you see. Prices are rising. I just showed you that. Gas, food, rent, energy are consuming more and more of everyday American paychecks and every single month with no signs of slowing down at all. Jobs are hecka unstable. Layoffs are accelerating. There will be 90 different jobs that will no longer be available by the summer because AI and automation are quietly replacing entire industries and income streams overnight. Two types of people going bankrupt and people going to billionaire. Two types of people getting poorer and people steady prospering. It's only going to be two classes. The middle class, gone. The gap between those who have wealth and those who don't is widening at a speed this generation has never seen before because they're trying to kill middle class. This is personal. Trust and believe that. This is not just news. This is your whole life. The headlines you keep scrolling past every morning, every afternoon, every night, they are not abstract. These are not economic statistics. They are the walls closing in on your financial life. And right now, in real time, you must respond. If you do not adapt, financial struggle becomes your permanent reality. That's a sad fact. One income stream is no longer a safe foundation. Depending solely on a job puts everything you have at risk. I mean, everything. If your whole house is standing on one leg and they pull that one leg, everything falls. The biggest wealth transfer in modern history, in our lifetime, it is happening right now. We have never seen people be able to make $1 million in a day. But now that you have automations and systems, I can just for 30 days straight do a 30-day straight pre-launch. Hey, I'm launching this. I'm launching this. I'm launching this. And then have AI tell me how many of these sales on launch day do I need to sell to hit $1 million. And they tell me, hey, at this price point, you need to hit this many sales. Okay. So I build up momentum so that on that launch day, I will have at least the number that I need to make $1 million. It is not hard to make $1 million. That is easy peasy. Your mind will be more harder in your mind than anywhere. There are only two types of people right now. There are only two types of people right now. Those who are getting positioned, they are learning new skills. They are building them some assets. They are creating income streams, and they are positioning themselves for the massive wealth shift that is happening right now. And then there are those who are getting left behind. They are waiting, constantly doubting, playing with the game, watching and consuming content without taking action, while the gap between them and wealth grows wider and wider every day. Beloveds, you have to choose. You have to choose. And if you're going to choose to stay stuck, then choose that. Passive income equals survival and freedom. You need money without your time involved. Passive income works while you sleep, travel, and live your life, breaking the direct trade of hours for dollars. Job loss protection. When one stream gets disrupted, your other streams keep your family fed, your bills paid, and your life stable. It also gives you unlimited scale. Unlike a job with a salary cap, income systems can be scaled. One unit becomes 10 units. One contract becomes 50. And it gives you financial peace. Knowing money is flowing gives you control, confidence, and the freedom to make decisions from power and not from desperation. You don't need more information, you need strategy. That's the real problem. The internet is full of free information, YouTube, podcasts, blogs, etc. All of it is available, and yet most people are still broke. Have you ever asked yourself why? Why have all this free information, especially people can say, hey, you can go Google that on YouTube. You can, but do you know how long you have to Google it on YouTube to put it all together, and there's still going to be some missing pieces? Because information without structure and accountability and execution is just a bunch of noise. You need a proven blueprint, not theories, a tested step-by-step path. How to do this step by step. Let's build this out today. Okay, let's do this the next time. Okay, we're going to go ahead and implement this right here together. We're going to do it together so we know that you're doing it the right way. And you need a path that is carved out for you step by step that works. It has already produced real results for real people. You need guidance from someone who has done it. Mentors do not guess. They go out and step on the landmines and then come back and tell you the path so that you don't got to step on those landmines. They compress what would take you decades of learning and experience to fit right into your timeline. You also get accountability and execution, which is the missing ingredient, which is the missing ingredient for most people. You know, it isn't knowledge, it's someone holding them to that standard. People can get knowledge all day long. But did you do what you learned? Because the more you learn, the more you earn. Why you think there's so many broke people? They stopped learning. They traded working for learning. And so they stopped learning. Therefore, they can't earn more than where they at. They are at a cap. They're at a cap. So they stop learning. Therefore, they are only able to earn at the level they have learned. These mentorships I'm about to go over with you are designed to position you. Not designed to tickle you, not designed to, inform you. No, these are designed to position you. Every mentorship in this portfolio that I'm about to present to you targets a specific high income skill or wealth building asset. Period, point blank. I don't want to present to you a job or a side hustle. No, I want to present to you a specific high income skill that you get to pay yourself $5,000 or more for this skill. When you learn a skill that can pay you $5,000, and say, for instance, your goal is just to get $5,000 to $10,000 so you can retire from your job. Most people say, I will retire from my job when I can replace my income. You can get 2 clients at $5,000 in 1 month. And I'm not talking about regular smuggler people, even though regular smuggler people will pay you to help them. I'm talking about businesses. I'm talking about businesses. Let me create your presentation for you. Let me come in and show you how AI works. Let me bring some leads to you. Let me create your website for you. And AI will create the whole thing. I literally showed you guys how AI built out an entire app. I can charge $3,000 to $5,000 for this app that I didn't even build. I prompted it, AI built it. I've been giving y'all free game. That's a high income paying skill. Okay. And then wealth building assets, government contracting, non-CDL transportation, land banking. Those are wealth building assets. These are not theoretical exercises or recycled courses. No, ma'am, no, sir. These are real plays being executed right now by real people generating real income in this exact economy right now. Each program will focus on one powerful income vehicle so you execute with precision and not confusion. These also have been proven in the market. These strategies are actively working right now, not yesterday, not last year. These playbooks are these are not playbooks collecting dust. But the most important part is beginner friendly. No experience is required, no degrees, no connections, no social media following, just commitment and a willingness to execute the information that's going to be given to you. Let me commit to coming to learn and then execute on the information that I learned. One of the opportunities we're going to be talking about is building a 6-figure transportation business without driving that bad boy. You don't need a CDL. You don't need to own a single truck. The logistics industry moves billions of dollars every day. And you can tap directly into that cash flow as a dispatcher or as a contract operator or as a business that's structured on paper. It's easy to get fast cash flow in the non-CDL. I don't know why everybody don't got them one of these businesses. You mean to tell me I ain't got to drive or touch no freight? That all I got to do is be structured on paper? And by me being structured on paper, I could be generating me $5,000 to $10,000 every week. Don't get no contract. Scalable to 6 figures, hands down. All you got to do is add drivers, let them drive. Go add some contracts and then compound your income over time. Let me tell y'all something. One contract, one niche, most people don't know about because they think transportation is always diesels. They have a $6 million contract to deliver bread. Bread. You don't even got to own any fleet. You can actually rent the fleet. Bread. Straight up. Just straight up. Can you haul us some bread to our local? Yeah, I can haul you some bread. These are the biggest spenders. To heck with finding people, hey, you want to be a part of my job? You want to work for my company? Hey, you want to do business with my company? You don't even got to do that. Create the business on paper and you will get one of the biggest paying clients in the world called the United States government. You tap into these government freight contracts that pay weekly and consistently. $5,000 for a contract to make 8 stops. My husband got another contract. $3,700 a week. You do the math. What job is going to pay you that way? You got more money, you got more freedom, you got more peace, you got more joy, you got more happiness. Okay? So that's one of the opportunities we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about funding and leveraging credit because people hear credit and they get frozen. They get scared with my credit. They count themselves out. My credit is already bad. Listen, We got ways to get that credit together. You hear me? The legit, legal, lawful ways to get that credit together, or sue them if they violate our rights, because we ready to be rich off of lawsuits. What you talking about? We can legitimately sue you. Most people have no idea how the banking system actually works in their favor. If you know the rules, if you know the rules, then the banking system works for you. They loan you money because they love capital. We'll loan you 100,000 because we're gonna get 110 back. They work for you. This mentorship leads you to fix, stack, and leverage both your personal and build you some business credit. Why go in one way when you can go in two? And if you're dealing with Dr. T, she's gonna have you at least start multiple businesses. Why? Because I can show you $1 million literally in under 6 months if you follow the framework. We get all of them funded for the same amount. We get all of them built out the right way and funded for the same amount. $250,000 each. Brand new LLC. Now you got $1.25 million. It's all about strategy. It's not about information. It's about strategy. Dr. T, how was you able to do $1 million over and over? I'm letting you in on the strategy. You fix and leverage your credit the legal way. You remove what's hurting you, build what banks reward, and position yourself for maximum approval. We do stack funding. Hey, we're going to go to 3 banks that only pull from Equifax. We're going to get 50,000 from them 3 banks. That's 150,000. Tuesday, we're going to go to 3 banks that only pull from TransUnion. We're going to get 50,000 from each 3 of those banks. That's 300,000. And then Wednesday, we're going to only go to banks that pull from Experian. And we're going to hit them up for 50,000. Okay? That's 450,000 in 3 days. Then we run a play to clean up our hard inquiries in 24 hours. And then the next following week, we go run up 3 more other banks that run from Equifax, 50,000. Within a month's time, you can have $900,000 in funding. And then go take it and convert it into real assets where you don't have to pay no taxes on it. Because the money was lent to you. It was not earned. And then you turned around and you pretty much invested all of it and you didn't spend it. Now you tax free with income producing assets. Go buy you a hotel. Hotels generating $1 million a month. You go buy that and then say, hey, my hotel is generating $1 million a month. I would like to borrow at least $5 million. They already know they $5 million. It's called borrowing against your asset. That's where you don't even have to use your credit. It's all kind of ways to do this, people. Cousins, it's all kinds of ways. You just need somebody to help teach you the strategy. So that's stack personal business funding, and then you build a repeatable system. Why now? Why should you move now? Why should you do this now? Lending is tightening. Those who understand how to position themselves for funding will have access to capital that others simply cannot touch. In just a moment, it will not be available. It will not be available. How to go and turn properties. I can't stress this enough. We need a whole bunch of more people starting non-medical facilities. This is where you're going to get to that B bag. This is where you're going to get to that B bag, where you turn properties into passive income. I've shown you guys, and in this mentorship, I will show you where to go find some dirt cheap properties, where to go get the money so you don't have to ever use any of your money. And then you take that money and you invest it into that property. And now you got that property making you money like clockwork. They paying the mortgage or they paying back, whatever the taxes, because it's your house. You letting it build equity. You go pull the equity out of that, their money, and go rinse, wash, and repeat the cycle. Never using any of your money. I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. You got a 4-bedroom home. Say, for instance, you bought a 4-bedroom home. They will pay $20,000 per bedroom. And when I say they, I'm talking about the government. It's $80,000 a month for you to rent your house, to house maybe they temporary citizens, the migrants that are actually going about things the right way. They need to be housed. You turn those properties into passive income machines. You do not need to even own the property to profit from real estate. You can lease. It's called rental arbitrage and co-hosting strategies. You can generate monthly Airbnb income. I always talk to y'all about Airbnb. Using other people's property, starting with little to no capital at all. This will consistently generate you passive income that hits your account whether you work or not. You do not have to own anything. You control and profit from assets you don't even own using proven legal frameworks. And then you start scaling to multiple units. You start with one property, build you a portfolio, create a full-scale, short-term rental operation, generated a bunch of revenue. People gonna always need a place to stay. Why is the time now? Travel is rebounding globally. Short-term rentals are outperforming long-term rentals in dozens of markets right now. Instead of you got to go travel to Paris and stay there 30 days. Who's finna stay in a hotel for 30 days? It will be more wise to go rent an Airbnb for 30 days and more inexpensive to do that than to stay at a hotel for 30 days. So turning your properties into passive income, utilizing land banking, different things of that sort, telling you couldn't set yourself up and position yourself a better way. You want to buy land low and build generational wealth. Land is one of the oldest wealth building tools in history. Right now, you can acquire it for pennies on the dollars in the markets most people have never even considered. And this mentorship is going to teach you how to find, acquire, flip, lease, and develop land to create lasting assets for your family. You can find undervalued land nationwide. I have lists, okay? I have tools. They will actually generate you a new list every day. Hey, these lands are under this amount, and this is where the area is at, okay? With the information, contact, all of that. You flip it, lease it, or develop it. There's multiple exit strategies. And when you have access to multiple exit strategies, you have multiple income opportunities for one single piece of land. You can build long-term legacy assets. Land does not burn down. Land does not depreciate like cars. Land cannot get repossessed. Only thing land does is appreciates because land lasts. It's low entry cost. You can start acquiring land with surprisingly small capital. I showed y'all where to go buy land for $300 that was already valued at $1,400 or either $2,400, one of the two. High appreciation. Land values are climbing as demand accelerates across the country. And legacy wealth. You pass assets to your children. You break the generational postman cycle. We talked about the government getting paid by them. The U.S. government allocates billions of dollars every year, specifically for small and minority-owned businesses. I don't know what in the hell we doing. Just making a bunch of noise. We're not serious. They have billions, I said with a B, of dollars every year. Matter of fact, it's a T. $1.9 trillion is available as set asides for minority owned businesses and small businesses, whether you're a minority or not. If you don't have over 100 employees, you are a small business. If you are minority owned, you have contracts waiting for you that nobody else can get. Most of that money goes unclaimed every year because people simply don't know how to access it. This mentorship changes that. We're going to find you the right contracts. You know exactly where to look and what contracts your business is definitely going to be positioned to win. You're going to learn the proposals process that gets you selected over large competitors. You're going to learn about how to do joint ventures, and we're going to do joint ventures together so that we all win and we all eat. Teaming arrangements. These things can help amplify your contract winning ability. This is when you start getting over into the B contracts, billions and trillion-dollar contracts. But it also allows you to build consistent income. I don't care what happened to this economy. You got a contract, you ain't going down. Your contract be 5, 6, 7, 10 years long. You ain't going down. That's a legal binding contract. Also, we have a mentorship that I'm going to be going over. Turn your story into income, your testimony, your expertise, your lived experiences. These have real monetary value in today's creators economy. Books, bestseller, and stages is the mentorship that's going to show you how to package your story into a book, a brand, a speaking career, and digital income streams that pays you for who you already are. You ain't got to show up and be nobody else. You're going to learn how to write and publish your book and others. How to be certified, to be able to charge $10,000 to publish your book, to ghostwrite your book with AI. We got a whole system that will write your book for you in a day from start to finish. Outline it, structure it, chapter it, all kind of stuff. Once you write that book and people know who you are, what you came through, what you know, how you did it, etc., then they're going to be inviting you on stages. Can you speak at our event? Speak at our conferences. Excuse me. Speak at our churches. You turn your messages into paid opportunities, because that's just being you and what you've gone through and came from. It helps you build your own personalized brand. This what helps you attract clients. Do you know the highest paid income earners are speakers? Lisa Nichols, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Unmatched, Eric the Hip Hop Preacher, Coach Tony. I mean, there are so many that have built a brand. So many that have had their lives changed. Books open doors, international doors. People start calling you for everywhere. Everywhere. This open doors no man can shut. That's why you notice storytelling is the highest paid and the highest ranked niche. It's the highest paid industry and the highest ranked niche. People love to hear a good story. They watch soap operas for story. They watch Powers for story. They read the Bible. Even the Bible itself is a story. People sitting up thinking like, man, well, how I'm going to get out of this situation? And you done been through hella stuff. You got hella stories. Writing a book gives you authority. You just don't even know. You like, I don't want nobody to know my story. Man, look, everybody can know my story. People will pay you premium price because now they will see you as a credible expert because you wrote a book. It gives you multiple streams of income. You go from ebooks to regular books to coaching to speaking to digital products from one story to a podcast to news interviews from one story. You get to make impact on people's lives. Meet people you never would have met if you never opened your mouth or never picked up a pencil. Now in 2026, never typed a prompt or never told your story and had it transcribed. You make real money while genuinely changing people's lives. Also got the 12 months to $1 million that we getting ready to start. I'm going to offer it to 2 more people in case you missed it. 12 months to $1 million is the full wealth blueprint. You get everything. Non-CDL transportation, you get funding, you get credit, you get AI, you get it all. You get land banking, you get real estate. We teach you how to go and make passively $10,000 to $20,000 on wash houses, buying wash laundromats. I mean, so much. DSCR loans. Go start multi-family. Where to get the money at? Where to find the land that they want you to build in, and they will fund the whole entire building and the land buyer. Government contracts, you name it, everything. My goal is to get you to $1 million in 12 months or less. And I kid you not, just one strategy. It will not take you 12 months to make $1 million. I just gave you a strategy. If we do credit stacking and you go get 150 from 3 banks, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's 450,000. And then you go run 3 more separate banks for each of those bureaus the following week and get another 150 from each bank on each date, that's 450. That's $900,000. And we can easily go get you $100,000 loan. Easily. I've showed you guys way too many receipts. How we help our client get these big bags. Okay. So month 1 through 3, we're working on your credit repair, credit restoration, credit boosting, funding, access, business entity setup. We setting it all up. Okay. Income launch, fast cash flowing assets or business generational real revenue. Okay. This is all about infrastructure, investing. Okay. How to invest in ATM machines, washing machines, HVAC companies, how to buy income producing assets, how to take those income producing assets and go get more capital. Okay. For income producing assets that you bought, you didn't have to build your own self. It is your roadmap to $1 million in 12 months. And this is the full wealth blueprint. The promise is complete transformation, no guessing, no waste of time, just a clear executed path from where you are to where you observe to be. You also create your own funding company. This is how you're going to hit the 7-figure mark. Okay. And stay there consistently. I got to show you how to do $1 million so you stay at $1 million consistently. Doing this for other people, teaching, coaching, whatever the case may be. Okay. Now, delay will cost you. Prices continue to rise daily with or without you. Okay. Every day you wait, the cost of everything, housing, food, business climbs higher and higher. Waiting makes the starting line further away, honestly. Truth of the matter is spots are being taken. I've already said this. I'm going to say it again. These are my final call to y'all. I'm not going to keep on saying, hey, here's water to drink if nobody's thirsty. I'll let the government teach you with your procrastination or your pride, your doubt, your unbelief, your stagnation, your lack of concern, your lack of discernment. I will let those things teach you what you didn't want to learn. As I said earlier, the gap is definitely widening. The gap between those who act and those who wait compounds every single month. The longer you wait, the harder that climb will become. So you can move now or struggle later. That's just where we at. Everybody under the sound of my voice that is watching at this moment was supposed to hear and see this. You did not land on this presentation by accident. Something in you recognized that the path you've been on is leading you where you deserve to go and where you want to be. That's recognition. That is your signal. That's the version of you screaming on the inside that is ready to stop surviving and start building. No, you are not too late. No matter where you are starting from, bad credit, no capital, no connections, there is a path forward designed specifically for where you stand right now. You are not too inexperienced. Every mentor in this program was once exactly where you are. What they have, they built from nothing. People that you see me show their receipts, they started exactly where you was at. I myself started exactly where the people that I reach back to is at. And what all that I have learned and all that I have acquired, I will pass directly over to you. The fact that you are still here, still listening, is proof enough. The decision is already made. You just have to commit to it, to be honest. Now, I am going to present to you all the opportunities, okay? My job is to get you positioned. And this is the moment we stop consuming and we start building. Every mentorship has limited spots because real transformation requires real attention. We're not in it for the income, we're in it for the outcome. Take 5 here and let them go. Let's develop them. Let's help them soar, be the greatest, best version of themselves they can ever be. Go implement the strategies. Come back and tell everybody they work. Okay, so we, inside of any of these mentorships, we want to work with people, pretty much one to few. There is a direct investment in your positioning in this economy. Even working a job is going to cost you. Okay, learning the information that will transform you is going to cost you as well. Select the income vehicle that matches your goal, your capacity, and where you are right now in your wealth journey. And then go ahead and do the dang on thing by securing your limited spots. You got to move with urgency. The cost of hesitation is always higher than the cost of investment. That's 100% real. You will not be alone. That is my guarantee to you. Every step has a structure, accountability, and a proven system designed to produce real world assets. Let me get up here on the screen what those opportunities are, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. See how much time did that take me. Ooh, we doing good. Look at that. All right, so the opportunities are, let me come back over here. Here we go. All right. All right, let me share my screen real quick, go through these real quick, then I'm gonna let y'all go. Doing good on the time. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. So this is the 12-month to a million, the blueprint, the framework. Okay. We're going from business to generational wealth. As I explained, we're going to go ahead and set up the business. You know, we're going to go ahead and structure that bad boy, because whenever banks fund you, they fund profiles, not people. Okay. We're going to do 250 to a million. 250 when you first come in, up to the $1 million. We're going to stack business funding. We're going to credit card stack, whole 9 yards. Okay. We're going to invest in land and real estate assets. And then we're going to go ahead and set you up the right way. Your trust protection, private reserve account, your IUL, so that your insurance policy actually funds you and everybody in your household that you put under the trust. Okay. That's the infinite banking solution. And then generational wealth. We're going to secure legacy for you and your family by going to go get one of the big dog y'all contracts. Okay. Very lucrative generational wealth. Imagine getting a check every single month for $150,000 for the next 5 years. That's so much you can't even spend in a month. Not unless you building or doing something like that. Okay. But we use separate capital for that type of stuff. But I have this mentorship. It is a 12-month mentorship. The investment is $4,997, $4,997, 12 months to $1 million. Your very first thing that you're going to get from me is your money back. Okay. I'm going to make sure I give you the game wherever you at in your credit journey to go get your money back. Because now you in profit mode. That is a guarantee. You're going to get your money back so that you be in profit mode. That's the very first thing I'm going to send you to go do is get your money back so that you are in profit mode. I don't know a single person that's going to work a whole year with anybody for $4,997. I just don't know a single soul. Y'all ain't finna show up to nobody's workforce or nobody's work site and do no job for no whole 12 months for no 4,997. Okay. Government contracts cohort. I have a spot for you up in here. I'm going to do something different on this live. Now, the 12-month to $1 million mentorship, it is what it is. It is very much so the price that I said that it was. But this government contract where you get access to the software, you do not have to be a federal contractor to be able to go after these type of contracts, which will be in like AI technology. I will show you every single thing. That's why you take the mentorship. You also have access to winning proposals where you can just go and switch it up, put your information there. It's already done for you. Everything is pretty much done for you. We have a system where say, hey, this many places in your area needs curriculum. You get access to the platform that creates your curriculum. They may say, hey, we need to know how to use Gamma for presentation style, business meetings. And then you take that and create them something in Gamma, or you create them something in ChatGPT, which explains detail step by step how to get started with Gamma. That can be curriculum. How young kids can actually use it to create apps. How they can become YouTubers and streamers and all kind of other stuff. But you don't have to be a federal contractor. Okay. I said that you would not get in this mentorship unless you paid $5,000 because of what it comes with. It comes with proximity. If you want to go after, say, for instance, a $10 million contract, they're going to ask you, what are your past performances? Well, being in this mentorship, you get past performances of over 20 years from mentors that you will be connected to and that don't mind being a part of your team so that you can winning contracts that are big bad contracts. Okay. Instead of the $5,000 on this live or until I take it down, I'm going to let 3 people get in for $1,000. I'm going to let 3 people get into that mentorship for $1,000. And I said it on this live. My team don't even know what in the world I'm doing, but I said it on this live, okay? Non-CDL transportation empire. My husband has 2 opportunities. You can take a 6-month mentorship with him, and he will show you how to do it step by step. He will show you how to build your business, how to go and dispatch, how to hire people, how to, produce people's paperwork, which is very lucrative. You pay what you want. I mean, they pay what you want. Excuse me. They pay what you want. So he has a mentorship that is for 6 months, $997. If you missed the discounts the other day, so sad, too bad. $997 for the mentorship. If you want him to fully build out your transportation empire, a done for you business built out. Okay. That's all that is included in that business build out. It comes with a government contract. Okay. It comes with a government contract. We have the connections on the government contract. You can come out of the gate with a contract. Okay. We are charging $5,000 for this mentorship. Well, that's not the mentorship. That's the done for you. That's not the mentorship. The mentorship is $997. The done for you, he's charging $5,000. He will actually do two of you guys on a discount. He will do the whole entire done for you, what you see here, all you saw, for $2,500. So if you can come with $2,500, you can have a fully done for you transportation business, and it's only available for 2 people. I think I only have maybe one more. Oh, this was the mentorship, the non-CDL mastery. This was the mentorship, $997. Okay. Last but never least, I'm gonna go ahead and offer this one. This is where you and I and a group of others, where you've been seeing me share receipts lately. Hey, she got 25,000. Hey, he got 20,000. Hey, they're gonna approve him for 50,000. It has come from the Family of Millionaires mentorship. I show you how to go get $250,000 yourself first. And then after that, how to actually help others do the same. How to start your own funding business. How to start your own business. Make what you want when you want. How to automate the entire thing. Okay. How to actually go buy passive income properties. Where they located. Where they located. You get access to the system. So you create and set up your own platforms, so that now you are ready to rock and roll and go start making money. If I show you how to help somebody get approved for $250,000 in funding and they take it, that is a $25,000 payout for yourself from one client. I said I was not opening this anymore ever again. It was so overwhelming what people were actually trying to get in here. And I could not allow everybody in when we started the first cohort. I'm going to open up one more and I'm going to let y'all get in. Okay. Instead of 5K, it will be 1K. I will only work with 5. I think we got 4 spots because somebody is definitely wanting to sign up for one of the spots, since I made mention on the last live. Once these spots are gone, they are absolutely gone. Opportunities that you had, they would just be gone from over here on my side, my end. Is there any questions before I leave? You are guaranteed, okay? This is how you do $250,000 that is guaranteed. Then you turn around and you help other people get access to the same information that you learned. Where to buy trade lines, how to boost people's credit, how to use a prompt, and consumer law, Supreme Court law to create your proper dispute letters. You learn everything. So now that you learned, then you can go turn that big bag up and earn. All right, since I don't see no questions piling in or coming up, I'm gonna let you guys go. I said I wanted to earn the right to your time. I'm 10 minutes over, charged to my hand, not to my heart. If you are interested in any of the opportunities, I am going to go ahead and put the banner at the top of the screen, right above the ticker. It's not right at the very direct top. Let me be more specific. It's at the bottom of the screen on top of the ticker that is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. It is also in the description of this video. It is a first come, first serve basis. I will try to leave this up for as long as I possibly can, but I already know the outcome. So if you don't see this, if you was watching it in the middle, then you had to go pause it for a little bit, come back to it. And you don't see it, you will not see it. Please do not hit me up asking me what happened to what happened to the video. It's gone. I removed them on purpose. I removed them on purpose. With that being said, I love y'all. You guys have a wonderful day, afternoon, night, morning, wherever you are, whatever time you are gathered. Please make it wonderful. One of the best days that you could ask for. Okay? If ain't nobody told you they love you today, I love you. And I need you to survive. Go with God, and He will always forever go with you. And then you go from here in peace and not in pieces. Peace out.